Oh, crumbs. Let me check some stuff out. Please be live. It's my turn as well. Okay, he did that thing. That's good for us. Okay, we want to use this shop it when we put it down, so we might just be going... Maybe even Aceroda's not the right move here. Maybe Guzma's a better move. We'll see. Dave Summer Dave, how's it going? Let's trade. Pogman, I'm here, Jack. Let me ring you. Let me pause that. Let me do that. I've still got one more trade. Hello?
Hello.
Alright.
Not bad, thank you. I'm so ill.
You've got ill. Oh,
Yeah.
crumbs. Oh, good.
Oh, crumbs.
Show me Lapras. That's great. You messaged me for... Have you? Oh,
Yeah,
crumbs.
I messaged you on I messaged you in the group chat and I messaged you privately.
I've just been on PTCGO. No excuses.
Fuming.
AKD, how's it going? Waiting for the
You'll have to
stream.
let me know if it's too if I need to go for a little bit. People are having prees tonight at ours.
That should be fine.
Um, I can't hear them, so
Did anyone see... No, I can't hear you. I can't hear any at the moment, but we'll see.
okay, cool.
Show me Quagmire. Everyone's on it. Oh, the spice, the sauce. Where is it? Wash out, boys.
Not gonna lie, I thought about it today. I was so happy with how we did.
It was
So
good.
happy.
We did good.
It was a lot of fun.
Let's I'm gonna have one more game, get some people in here. I know people are excited to see the Lapras deck that me and Jack played at the Cup.
Yeah.
But I want to let everyone see it all at once. Otherwise, we're just gonna be repeating ourselves all day. So we'll have a few games with the Zoroark deck. That's a whole lot of decks. Yeah, I'm still pretty undecided. So yeah. Oh boy. This hand would be absolutely amazing if we were going first. Oh, we're up against an Napoleon deck, so we probably actually have time. If our Great Ball gets us a Lele that gets us Apricorn, it's going to be good. The best deck is not playing. I don't know, I had fun this weekend. And last weekend. Oh, a Zoroark deck that can't get Brooklet value. Sad news. You really enjoyed the latest series on the YouTube? Thank you. I think it's a good way for us to try and be up to date because typically we look at a bunch of decks when they are like brand new and coming out, but then we analyze tournament results and stuff, but we're always like a step behind, and I'm hoping that that sort of feature will keep us bang up to date. Good seeing you in Wakefield. Thank you. Yeah, it was a good time. It was fun. Ray Quasar. Ooh, it is Lele. Well, I really hope Apricorn Man is not prized. That's all I can say. Oh, I should... I'm so bad at this game. We should have brookleted before any action. to guarantee this. And yeah, look, it's prized. Insta punish for not just doing the normal thing, which is search your deck first. I was moaning about not getting value from this card, and we could have got value from this card. Oh, crumbs. Oh, what a first game of the... here we go. League Cup winning plays. Okay. You're the Reshiram Ho guy. Nice, nice. That sounds really bad. Zora Burnett and Metagross aren't meta enough to get updated. I mean, I want, like... As I know that you're saying Zora Burnett now and Metagross now, but everyone's going to say that about the deck that they want to see, so I'm always in a losing battle. I'll end up doing 30 lists, and it'll be like 3 hours long, and I don't have actual time to sit and think about all those lists, and I haven't played all those lists enough. I've played the top tier stuff, and that's why the video is about the top tier stuff. I can't please everyone.
You can't argue that those three aren't top tier right now. For the past two events, they've been the three most popular decks.
Four.
So it like there's no correct way of being able to look at every deck, but that's why like we haven't done Zoro Bennett on the channel yet, so it's not like we're not ever going to look at the deck. It's just right now I feel the top like tier 1 is undisputed Buzzgarb Shrine, Vika Ray and Zoro Rock, and therefore we want to look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Plays the top tier stuff, plays Lapras. I think Lapras, I think there was a couple of shaky moments throughout the day, but it actually, it surprised me. I really enjoyed it until like the day before we played. Then I was like, oh god, what have I done?
Well, the night before we tested like 6 games against Vika Ray, so that's going to put anyone off playing Lapras.
Yeah.
Because it's this hardest matchup.
So then I went into the tournament thinking, what have I done? I've just wasted a week's testing. To then find out, oh, it's actually not just a complete meme. I mean, it's not like we haven't broken the meta, and this isn't the best looking format, perhaps. But it's.
We haven't.
I don't think so. Maybe.
Pretty sure we have. I'm joking. I'm not joking. Lapras the new Wob. I mean, I've always had a soft spot for Lapras as well. I've played it in way too many tournaments.
I caught another one today as well.
What?
That's my second this weekend.
That's incredible.
It's just chilling.
Joe is the snake in the tree tempting people with the Lapras apple. That's a pretty good way to put it. I mean, I'm not going to be the one telling everyone to play it. I think it's reasonable, but there are definitely safer decks you can play.
Yeah. It feels very, 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 very important who goes first a lot of the time, and it feels very important you dodge things that have green in their deck.
We don't want to face Green Giant Sweetcorn. That's a fact.
Though to be fair, we both beat the one green we played.
Yeah.
But it was the most stressful game of the day.
Stressful green.
Shadow of a doubt.
Joe, what's happening? Yo, gonna have a look at the cup list in a bit, and we'll. I think I'll be testing Zoroark mostly today, seeing as though Frankfurt is only a week away.
Mm-hmm.
You already know one of the people going for the apples already, gorging on apples. Absolutely gorging. What am I saying is the best deck in format? It's rough. I think Zoroark decks are still tier 1. I think they've all found their own means of trying to make the Buzzgarb Shrine winnable or like even, and I think it just draws the most cards still, and that's really worthwhile in a format where draw supporters are bad. But I think Vikaray also has a lot going for it as a very strong beatdown deck. I think that's the other deck that's going to be, like the other top tier deck that's going to be on my radar, definitely. Your brother keeps going on about it. Yeah. I've converted one.
I'm not sure he needed much converting, to be fair.
No. No. Not
What's
at
your
all.
opinion on Wishy-Washy?
I tried Wishy-Washy. Didn't work. Simply put. Right, how many supporters have we binned? 1, 2, 3, so 60, 70, 80, 90 with this. So I think we just Guzmakio the Marsh Tomp. Currently we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12,
Vikaray with 2+ Delmires is pretty nectar. I mean, if you want to play more than 2 Delmires and you want to tech for Lapras, then sure. But you should not be teching for Lapras.
I mean, it's not only in there for Lapras. It's a good card.
No, I know, but I think 2 is fine.
1 is fine.
Gotta remember. Yeah, exactly. So 2 is definitely fine. So 3 is.
Oh wait, it was 3. Did someone say 3? Oh, 2
You
plus.
said 2
Yeah,
plus.
yeah, that's oftentimes means more. Incredible. You're sad, are you, bud? Oh, sorry about that.
We'll look at Lapras at like probably 20 past half past.
Yeah, yeah. If you run more than 2, you can't lose Baby Buzz. I think if you run exactly 2, you can't lose Baby Buzz. I think if you play 1, you can still easily win Baby Buzz. Where's the spice? It's on its way. Handing out bad candy. You haven't missed the Lapras madness, no. We're going to wait for people to get in here. Just don't use Rays. I think Rays them, like, you obviously need to play Rays if you want to have a good Zoro matchup. And Malamar. Like, Delmais can't carry everything. You can't just run non-GX Vikavolt, I don't think. Honestly, I was like quite likely, like I really liked Lapras Quagsire before I saw that Vikaray like was playing Delmais and everything. I think Lapras Quagsire was actually a safe deck matchup wise before Vikaray put it in. I thought you could easily win Vikaray before Delmais was in the deck.
And well, you could. Like it's just fact. It's the same as pretty much any EX/GX deck. It's pretty cool. I'm playing against it on the ladder, says Serb.
I haven't even shown the list yet.
Incredible.
People just hear the 2 words and they're like, that's enough for me. I'm in. What about Delmais Shrine? I mean, you can.
I'm pretty sure I saw a list for Delmais Vikavolt Shrine the other day.
Yeah. So we retreat, put this to 140 with this. No, that doesn't work. Because we can't Guzma Kukui in the same turn. I really want to get one more Delmais, not Delmais.
It started.
Proc on the Empo. Let's start by trading.
Trying to put this weekend what are the top 3 choices. I think the three tier 1 decks right now are, in my opinion, Zoroark, Vikaray, and Buzz Shrine. Articuno GX is cool in the deck. It was something that was considered.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the Guzma, so we do 80 with the Guzma. So I can't deal with the Primplop. I've got to take out a Muddums, but it means we get our Shady move in from the Zoroark onto the Empoleon. Get that nice and prepped. Let's get an energy on somewhere. Let's chant. Chant some shady words into his ear. Play Lapras, for example. Standard Cup this weekend. What's the top 3 choices? Vicare, any Zoro variant, probably Rock, or I also like Banette Weavile. I think that covers a lot of options. That's what I'm testing right now. And Buzzgarb Shrine, as long as it also plays Weavile. What's the best play for Memphis? We'll have a much better picture after Frankfurt, which is the European regional. Blueface for the win. Thank you so much for the follow. Why aren't people playing Pod? Still rate Pod. I think Pod's still fine. I don't think it's a bad choice by any means. So this is at 140. Thanks to Banette. We have the Kui already in hand and Nest Ball, so this is going to be absolute nectarines.
A lot of what I've heard from previous Pod players, though, is that it's just not... Like, it used to win by Acerola spamming, but against... In this format, at least, a lot of Pod players have just said you need to have something broken. And Pod's kind of broken thing was Acerola and heal spam, but everyone can kind of do that now, and it doesn't have, like, a non-EX attacker that does a big amount of damage or anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of one-hit kill around.
That's not to say it's bad, it's just I think it is a weaker version of some Zoros that are already out there.
You get a lot of broken stuff with the Rock. The Rock just gives you so much gust, and you get to play a good type of energy, which means you get to play Baby Buzz as well if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good benefits to that guy.
Is Frankfurt this weekend? Is it being streamed? It is this weekend, and I'm pretty sure it's being streamed by Limitless.
Yeah, it is.
You're not too late to hear about Quagsire. What's to play for Bristol? Oh dear.
Don't know what to tell you. Is Metagross not good in my opinion? I again just think there's much safer plays than Metagross. It can put a lot of decks in bad spots, but I just don't think it's the most inherently consistent of the top decks. Desi Tails, can't wait to play that deck. Chunky McMonkey, thank you so much for following as well.
Oh yes. Thank you for having a brilliant
Desi Tails really struggles against Weavile, and if Buzz Shrine starts playing Weavile and there will be Zoro variants with Weavile, I think that's going to be a very risky play.
I think he's talking about far in the future.
Oh, right.
He's talking about
sorry,
soon.
I didn't catch that. Ultra Chicken.
The list he sent me today is
Okay.
future.
Ultra Squids, yeah, I think it's maybe even better than Psychic Squids now that Zoroarks, in my opinion, should be playing Weakness Policy. So yeah, I think Ultra Squids has as much merit as Psychic Squids.
I don't mind Ultra Squids at all. I think it obviously struggles with the buzz stuff, and I think Ray can sometimes be an issue if they go mental, but it always had the, even with Marshadow, I feel it always had a bit of a better time against Zoro, or at least a fair time against Zoro. Um, I don't know. It feels fine.
Do we like Blacephalon and Ganadel? I think we said we were going to talk about that on Wednesday. Are we going to talk about? Are we going to do the first impressions on Wednesday, Jack?
I think we said we were going to do it today, but that was before we did well with Quagsire. So
Embarrassing. Yeah, we'll push it to Wednesday. We'll talk about the new stuff on Wednesday, but
you need
obviously,
to change the title, Joe. As
oh,
well.
embarrassing. Should I tell you why? It's because it's the auto host thing. It really annoys me. It's obviously good that we auto host people, but it's a really annoying feature. So it doesn't let you change stuff, or at least I haven't figured out how to yet. I'm sure it's absolutely completely my fault, but
Fairy Ninetales doesn't exist in the TCG though. It doesn't yet, but Sean's talking about the future. Yeah, we really need to do. There's a lot of sets that we haven't done first impressions of, and also, I realised when I was in the car today, we haven't done a Trump reviews in a while.
oh my god, so much to
So we
be
should probably
doing.
do that for Celestial Storm in the next few weeks.
Yeah, awesome.
But for now, let's focus on trying to win tournaments first. Hey, thanks for the cheer,
Thank you for the
Benji.
one bit,
Welcome,
Benji.
buddy.
How's it going? What changes would I make to the top 4 Vika list? I personally think Baton could be a really important card for Vika for it to succeed. I think I Lele for Apricorn here if I'm going to hold the Great Ball. I could Lele, Apricorn, then Great Ball, then play both Nest Balls.
Great balls everywhere.
Alternative, it's never wrong to Lele first here because we could also go Lele for Lily, and then we just throw the Great Ball out after we grab Lily. Yeah, we'll grab Lily. Feels good when we already have an Ultra Ball and a Great Ball. That feels like a good card. Excellent. It's going to be a nice Lily for 7, and we're going to develop a lot of threats. By threats, I mean more cards that draw cards. When you go second as Zoroark, you always want to get at least 3 Zorua down, because you expect one to be dead. Especially when he's already attached to Zorua and has a big hand. I would really like to develop another Sneasel. So unfortunately didn't draw into any Nest Balls. So let's fire off the Great Ball and hope. Sycamore! Oh, I didn't get it. But we did get another Zoroark, which is fine. Not going to put down the Shuppet, I don't think it's value in this matchup bench-wise. Attaching an energy card. If I attach a Rainbow to a Zorua, it might mean that he doesn't KO the Sneasel. It does open up a Lele Guzma play. But I think it might be worth it to try and bait the try and bait him to deal with the Zorua. We'll go for that. Yeah, Benji, cheers. I have changed the title now. It may take a. Oh wait, what? Yeah, there you go. How many Baton in Vika? I think 2. Yeah, 2 seems like a reasonable number. You have Volkner as well to help find them. Let's see what he wants to Guzma. Does he want to deal with the Sneasel, or is he gonna let us have a free Rainbow Energy? What's my favourite theme deck? There's a theme deck with Swampert out, and that feels like it would crush every other theme deck because it can draw cards. So I would say that one.
What you failed to take into account, though, Joe, is theme decks have bad cards, so you just draw into bad cards.
It doesn't matter. You still just you draw more potions than the opponent, and you still win. That's
true.
honestly where we're at right now.
That's very true.
Did you miss the explanation of Lapras Quag? No, we've waited just for you, and as many other people as possible.
And every single other person has mentioned that so far.
I feel like it's going to be such a letdown when people actually see the list. It's like, oh, this was what I was excited about. Oh.
I mean, honestly, people could build the list so easily. It's not that difficult. It's nothing special. I tried to spice it up a little bit, but then we realised it was bad. So just think what would be good in a Lapras deck, and put those cards in, and you've probably done pretty well for yourself.
In the set review, I literally say the cards that you need in the deck. And I mentioned 3 cards, and 2 of them are Lapras and Quagsire.
Yeah.
So
it's all there for you, really.
You really don't need us to tell you.
But don't go anywhere. Please.
The Garchomp theme deck is good. Oh, that also has a very good engine. You're right. Okay. This is gonna be interesting. I want to put the Lele down for extra damage, and it improves our Great Ball odds, and it gives us a supporter for next turn. The question is, what supporter do I want? We already have a max potion, so it won't be Acerola. Potentially Goose. Yeah, let's grab Goose. Goose sounds fine. We still have a trade as well. Do I want to use this Great Ball, hoping to hit exactly Zorua or Sneasel? Or do I just trade and try and hit the 2? But with the option, with guaranteed search of card, digging. Because we also don't have a supporter if Guzma's not good. I really want a basic. Let's Sycamore for a basic.
Is the Bennett line just for Baby Buzz Garb? It's good for that, but also it can kill a Lele, which is really, really important because people do not respect Bennett in doing that. And also it can deal with such really random stuff. Having resistance to fighting is also really nice. It's not just a Baby Buzz Garb answer, it has other purposes as well.
Literally last game it meant that I could set up a Kaon and Napoleon. The ability is really good.
Just dropping a counter every turn is
when you're not against Zoroark, the ability does really improve maths. Heavy Tortoise, how's it going? You've never seen anyone as dedicated to theme decks as Azul. Yeah, it's a frequent feature on his channel. I saw him today playing something pretty spicy. He was playing an expanded Peaking Red Card Delinquent Absol deck. It was amazing. It was he had 200 viewers playing that deck. Then Pablo had 50 viewers playing Blaziken GX. And then Pedro playing Zora Rock in standard. Only 20 viewers. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Come on. What do people
guys.
want in this world? Embarrassing. I was gobsmacked. Okay. Can I fix my in-game frame rate? I actually can't at the moment because this computer's really bad.
Your new one's on the way, right?
Which sucks, yeah.
Hopefully.
No, it's on the way.
Oh, sweet. People want the spice. The spice is coming. Just, as if I top decked.
That's not only basic? Oh, embarrassing.
Um. Okay.
Oh, I want all these cards. Yeah, I want all these cards. A goofy flying bird. Thank you for the second month in a row of subscription.
Hey.
Thank you so much. Welcome back to the Little
Welcome,
Jimmy Club,
welcome.
my man. Thank you. Oh, the hand is too strong. The hand is too strong. There's still no date for Dragon Quest 9 on the Switch. Yeah, I might have to cave. Have you ever done numbers? Have you done the maths on Jack v Jill on viewer numbers? Jack, can you pause if you're going to do loads of typing?
Yeah,
Not pause, like mute or whatever.
yeah. I'm
Just because
done now.
last time we had a load. No. I'm normally, like, I typically just stream more often than Jack. So it's hard to tell, really.
What do you mean? Do you mean how many viewers each of us get, or how many viewers the those
Oh,
streams
those,
those
yeah.
streams get?
I may have been
I'm not
interpreting it
sure what you
wrong.
mean. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Don't worry.
Now,
Uh,
let's promote this to give us the option to do the Weavile KO if we get lucky. But also have the option to, oh, that's a piece. Also have the option to just do a goose. So what do we need? We need to trade into, like, exactly Kukui and Stadium. Da 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 da! But also just us stretching Sneasel and playing Guzma also works really well. Do I even stretch a Sneasel? Yeah, I gotta stretch a Sneasel. But I really want to draw cards. Oh, this sucks. We've had 2 turns of us not being able to trade because our hand is too good. And we've only had 1 Zorok on the board. And we've had to put down 3 Brewers. Sorry, we've had to put down 3 Leles on this board. This is all kinds of crumbs.
oh, crummage.
But I think if we're going to win this game, I need to threaten another 1-hit KO. And we are close now. We have Choice Band. We have a lot of pieces. Let's put a Pokemon from our discard pile into our hand. And just say, you know what? This game is going to come to a close if Weavile gets to carry us. Yeah, I don't know. We don't really check those things. You have not arrived too late for Quagsire. We've thought of you this whole time. Don't tell him that we've said that to everyone.
I mean, we haven't done the numbers, but I can tell you the numbers. Joe's is Joe.
Nectar.
Because I've looked at the numbers.
So even this Guardy can't reach a 1-hit either. So this could be suiciding for him. But at the same time, it's just I'm more natural. I'm most often in the active position, and Jack's on the bench, like a beautiful Quagsire. But to be honest, with my computer being so bad at the moment, Wouldn't mind Jack taking the lead maybe on Wednesday. We'll see.
I'll see if I can. It just depends on my new internet because like I can already notice a difference because the difference between last year and this year is there's 6 people using it, whereas last year there's pretty much 2.
That's gonna hurt, right?
So
It's gonna change
I
some things.
if I can I will, but
Yeah.
it's difficult.
Just throwing it out there. Okay, he's making the statement that he wants a big Guardy. Good luck to him.
One big Gardevoir.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19. If we trickster Infinite Force. 19 down to 17. So we again need Kukui. We do play 2, and I don't think we've played any yet. This is going to be a big trade. We need Kukui or Guzma, really. Oh, crumbs.
What does the Quagsire do?
So we're doing 22 against the Guardy with the Weavile, which really sucks. This is really bad. I really don't want to sack our Zorro as well. 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 to 10. So he can... The max potion doesn't make sense. The Acerello makes us really weak to Guzma. DC Lele Smack?
Ooh, that feels like he doesn't need much.
Yeah, you're right. We've got to get out of here. I think we just got to go Weavile hit. Come on, drag it over.
they turned into fire energy as you moved. That was weird. I was like, hang on, he's playing fire energy. That doesn't seem right.
Can GX Zoroark's GX attack to use Rule of Evil? It doesn't count my own bench though, right? Plus, I still only have 4 abilities, which is the same amount of abilities as his abilities. Plus, it's not safe for the Zoroark to Trickster there. This looks like the danger zone. Yep, that's big, huh? I think we lost. We could still trade into the Kukui Rainbow. No, the Zoroark. Zoroark doesn't kill us on board, I guess. But I mean, he has a million trades, but...
1 million.
Let's at least try. So we trade into Kukui and get our last rainbow in either the trade or the Kukui. Easy. Da 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 da. Oh, hold on. What am I doing? We want to maximize the odds, boys. Step 1, get Kukui off this trade. Easy. That's a Lily. See you later. Crumbs. Turns out a board of 3 Lele's isn't the best idea in a Zoro deck.
Turns out.
Right. Is it time? I think it's time, Jack.
Let me look at my watch. Oh, it's time.
It's washout boys time.
It's time to do the washing.
So, this is Lapras
Broken.
Quagsire.
Oh,
It's a
look
deck
for different.
that I came up with. As you know, I love Lapras. I've got a 2-year relationship with this card.
On and off.
On and off.
It's complicated.
It is complicated. It's broken my heart a few times. I keep come crawling back. And
So
I'm
accurate.
always going to try and make this card work. And before you look at this list and say, there's a lot of bad cards in this list, remember, okay,
There's a lot of good ones too.
you get to use Aqua Patch, which is the most broken item in the game now that we don't have Elixir. Fact. And we get to use Volcanium Prism, which is an amazing non-GX, like way above the curve non-GX attacker, like so above the curve, unreal. And you get to play a Rangaroo, which is also just so poggers. So here's the rest of it. And
58 other cards.
the idea is that if you have EXP shares on your board, when your stuff dies, it doesn't matter, because you have all these EXP shares, and then you can use Quagsire's ability, Wash Out, as often as you like during your turn. You may move a water energy from one of your bench to your active. So essentially, you spam EXP shares on everything that isn't named Lapras, and then your Lapras is with a choice band one-hitting stuff, and every time a Lapras or a Volk gets knocked out, you just get all those energies back with Aqua Patches or EXP shares or both, and then you just wash it all out into your new active. James asking, how do I beat Shrine? Shrine is actually our easiest matchup by far, because Volk Prism Star hard carries that matchup, like, single-handedly. 160 hit points for that deck is so difficult. Sinister,
in the early game, it's just impossible.
thanks for the follow. Yeah, and this is the thing, right? The Buzz Garb Shrine deck tries to force a Sledgehammer turn, which can really swing them back into the game. Volk Prism Sauna Blast gets around that. So typically you're Jet Geysering and Guzmering in the early game, and that means that you can deal with either 2 Baby Buzzwoles in one turn with a Sauna Blast and a 20 spread, or you're dealing with like a Trubbish and then a Slugma whilst doing the spreads on the, what's it called? The Baby Buzz, right? So you jump over Sledgehammer turn. It's so good for you. And once they finally deal with the Volk Prism Star, Quagsire becomes your main attacker, because Hydro Pump is actually a very good attack. And this is one of the most underrated things about Quagsire. He's actually the finisher of the deck a lot of the time. So we can be as non-GXy as the Shrine build, but the Volk Prism's always going to take 3 prizes, and they only take 1 against it. And then Quagsire can just literally take a prize a turn and win. Do you not get destroyed by Garb? Absolutely not, James. Absolutely not. Honestly, I think Buzzgarb Shrine is your freest matchup. I won that matchup, even though I used Collect 3 times in a row because I was dead drawing. Let my Lapras get knocked out, and I still won that game by 2 prize cards. So it doesn't matter. You just don't have to you have to not spam your items whilst you're using the Volk. Once Volks get down, you just let the floodgates open. Would it be worth running an additional non-GX? I would say no, just because Quagsire is an incredible attacker. I Hydro Pumped for over 200 damage, like, on 5 occasions. So, when your EXP shares stay on the board, it's ridiculous. Have I thought of Articuno GX? Yes, definitely thought about it. If Articuno GX had resistance to fighting, I think I'd honestly play the card. The best thing about the Articuno is that if you miss turn 1 Wooper, you can still get an attack in for 130, which is actually really good. Because there are times when you miss your turn 1 Wooper, or your Wooper gets KO'd turn 2 before it becomes a Quagsire, and you're ending up
Yeah.
having to collect a second time or a first time going first. Yeah. So that really does help. The Articuno definitely helps that. I didn't want to commit a space to it. You could easily cut a switch. I think right now, for me, the floating space is a switch raft, and an Articuno is a pseudo switch raft. So I think that's not the worst cut. I think the other cards we were toying around with was Palkia GX. Johnny 2, thanks so much for following.
Yeah.
We were also thinking of playing Palkia GX, the Dragon one, because the Dragon one isn't weak to grass, and against Vikaray, you shuffle all the energies in. So if you KO the Vikavolt with Palkia's GX attack, they run out of energy and you win, which is awesome.
It's so funny. It's it's difficult to get online, but if you do, I think there's nothing they can do.
Yeah. And the Real Sale Watermelon's asking if Switch Raft works if it's not a water Pokemon. No, it doesn't work. If you do lead a Rangaroo or Lele, though, you can still attack with these targets because you can Aqua Patch to the bench, wash out, so even the 3 energy Rangaroo attack is fine because you have Aqua Patches and EXP shares, so the energy doesn't go anywhere. So you can either Guzma onto to get your guy out, or you can wash out and start swinging with those guys, which isn't a problem. Switch Raft is Potion and Switch in the same card. It's an Olympia, but exclusively to water types. This also helps against Shrine decks for staying out of range if you happen to lead Lapras. And it allows you to use Lapras in the early turns against them. How do you beat Shining Lugia? Shining Lugia is also a difficult matchup. I would hope that the Shiny Volcanion can help out against early Coco spreading things and also target Inkays and such, make it difficult for them. Honestly, there's been a card in my initial 60 for this list, which ended up being cut because I thought it was too cute. But if you play one copy of Lana, I actually had one copy of Lana and one copy of Palpad in my initial list when Lugia Malamar was more active in cups. And I thought I could have a free win. You can have a free win if you want to against the Malamar Shrine stuff if you just play Lana. Literally one copy and a Palpad hard carries that matchup, but I don't think it's important enough. I was expecting more Ultra Mally and Rukan Mally after his result that I didn't want to play the Lana because it is a clunky card. No Max Potion Destroyer King? No, because we're still a combo deck, and I think the combo's strong enough without Max Potion, and Max Potion doesn't help you get your combo. You have a similar list, but with Magcargo. That's really cool. If you can fit Magcargo, good job. I really cannot see how you have space for Magcargo. Would a Manaphy heal potentially be better? The Manaphy heal may be better than the Lana. Let me check out Manaphy. Is that only when you attach to stuff, though? Oh, it's once during a turn? Oh my god. Blessings of the Deep. Oh my god, we found... That's way better than Lana. Incredible.
Found a blessing.
I don't know if it's actually better than Lana. Because this dies to its own... You end up having to Blessings of the Deep itself every turn, just so it's not a liability against Coco spreading. Yeah, I think the Lana's probably still better.
It's a bigger swing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a... You waste, 2.5 turns of flipping. If they want to go for flip, then Lugia. It would increase Weavile's output. Yeah, Weavile is one of the trickier things this deck has to deal with.
Yeah, because you always have Volk out pretty much, and you always have Quagsire out. In those matchups, I found I had to be super aggressive with Volk to try and bait them into killing it, so that then there was one less ability on the board.
Yeah,
because, if they're not killing it, then that's fine because it's such a valuable card, and it's also really good at dealing with sneezes and Weaviles.
For me, I think. Oh, go on.
Go on, carry on.
Finish your point.
I was just going to say, but then if they are killing it, they've had to usually spend a lot of resources knocking it out, and then from there, if you've known you're playing around Weavile all game, hopefully you've been able to only play a Lele or maybe only play an Oranguru instead of playing Lele's down. And sometimes, like with two abilities, there's just nothing they can do. They have to take two shots on Laprases, and because you can you can Ice Beam into Blizzard Burn, you can quite easily trade back into them.
That's true. I think I had one game against Zoro Weavile that ended up being really weird, and I ended up just having two Woopers on the board, always ready to wash out, but then just going for Aqua Patches directly onto Laprases and trying to swing that way, and stuff like that. So I tried to go that route, but if it's the Buzzgarb Shrine, typically they play a 1-1. Even if they play a thicker than 1-1, they don't have the bench space to put two Sneasels down a lot of the time, so you can just aggressively target it. So it's not a big problem. What about non-GX Lapras from Dragon Majesty? I don't think it's worth the space, honestly, Tech Q. Me and Jack have thought about a lot of non-GX attackers that you can play. We thought about the Kyogre. We thought about Shining Volcanion that can do 250 damage spreads for 3 waters, which I played around with.
I think that was the closest thing, right?
I think that's the coolest one because it combines with the Volk Prism Star so well, whilst also at the same time, if you prize your Volk Prism against Zoroark, you can still do 250 hits, which still sets up the Lapras without the need for Choice Band. So that's cool.
Yeah. It is worth noting though, there was someone at the League Cup also playing Quagsire with it was like baby Quagsire box.
Yeah.
And he did play the Lapras, so it was really cool seeing me and Joe into the tournament. We were like, "There's no people are going to be reading this card." Yeah. And then round 2, there was just 3 of us sat in a row.
That was incredible. 3 of us all on one row of tables and shake hands with your opponent, and there's 3 Woopers flipped over. Like, come on.
All the opponents just look at one another like, what on earth is this? But yeah, the deck's super fun. Yeah, it may not be the highest of tier 1, but it is so much fun.
So speaking legitimately, right, the deck really hates Field Blower. We were taking advantage of the fact that Blower isn't in any Zoro deck at the moment because they have to play Stadium, which is correct to play Stadium, by the way. Buzzgarb Shrine only typically plays 1 Blower. Malamar was playing none. And Vika Ray plays none. So it punishes the fact that Blower's not a good card in the format right now. And at the same time, me and Jack just were almost accepting the loss to Vika Ray. We tested it overnight, the night before, knowing it was our worst matchup. Yeah.
It was like 70-30 at least.
Yeah. Can I show Shining Volk? Yeah.
UK Cups right now are so weird. So between me, Joe, Luke, third guy, Tamao, and Tamao's girlfriend, I think we've seen a total of 4 Shrine decks across 2 cups in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and that's with 5 people playing.
And that's 5 people playing in 2 tournaments, and both of those tournaments, people have made it all the way to top 8 and the final. So that's 8+ rounds twice. That's 17 rounds of tournaments, 5 players playing. So yeah, UK Cups are super weird. It's not like this isn't indicative of the meta necessarily. It's just right now. That this is kind of the way the meta is, and we wanted to see if we could abuse that fact.
But it's weird. I wanted to face Shrine. Shrine is the freest matchup I found of the top 4.
Sorry. Yeah,
and we wanted to see.
Sorry, in the same respect, like week 1, there was a few people playing Vika Ray. Week 2, I think this weekend there was 1 person in the room playing Vika Ray.
Yeah, I don't know why there's not more. To be honest, I think it's pretty good.
There was like 2 Booloos. There was a Heracross. There was as many Heracross decks as there was Vika Ray decks. So the format right now is just for UK Cups, kind of whack.
Stephen, you're not wrong there.
In a big tournament.
Well done to you, by the way.
Oh no, I've just been comboed. In a big tournament, I think you're more likely to see a couple of Shrines and a couple of Vika Rays, which is where you have to roll the dice a bit more. We took the super high roll in saying, okay, we're just not going to see these decks. Whereas you are going to see the decks, so at that point you're going to have to take the roll of the dice of, I only want to see 2, and I want to win every other game.
Yeah.
So it's just like a different dice roll. I don't think one is correct and one isn't. I can see the arguments for someone playing this weekend. I can see the arguments for someone steering well away from it this weekend.
Yeah.
I think me and Joe are still considering it.
I mean, we went. What you went 8. You
I
went
would-
4-2-1, and I went
Yeah,
7-1-1.
yeah,
So
good results.
that's not bad, and it's tested real good on the ladder. So
And we know, and
it's really
like
reasonable.
it's probably the deck we've tested the most so far.
Yeah,
So
but at the same time, it
yeah.
does have a weak underbelly. It doesn't have the quality draw engine, although it does play off the board with the XP shares and washout. There are still fragile moments for the deck. It is combo based. I really want to have a third Wooper in the deck, and I think also a tech Pokemon is potentially required. But basically, this deck creates just like this thing where you guarantee an attack every turn. So by turn like 4, all you care about is hitting your Guzmas because you can kill everything on the board.
Yeah, yeah.
Edwin Reynaldo, thank you so much for following. It literally just becomes the case that like you don't need anything because all your energies are here all the time. You're there just looking at like 9 energies on your board and like, oh, now I just say boom. Like that's basically
Yeah.
it.
You missed Field Blower 2 turns in a row, so
Yeah.
I've kept 6 energy over the past 2 turns. It doesn't matter that you took 4 prizes because now I could the deck can just go non-EX as well. It's so good that you can let them have 2 Lapras and be like, well, they actually weren't the threats. The threats were the 2 Whoopers that were sitting here.
Why is Shrine a free matchup for the
XP
deck?
shares.
The Shrine is a really good matchup for you because of Volk Prism Star basically hard carrying. Because their early stages, like you have to think of the Garb Shrine deck. It's like how I said against. It's the same analogy I have for the Buzz Lycanroc. When you activate that 4 prize turn and Beast Rings start coming online, or in this case, when you activate Sledgehammer and Garbodor comes online, it's a completely different beast. So in the first 3 turns, you really don't have to do much against that deck to be super ahead of them. So you can be like dealing with their Slugma whilst doing a spread 20s on everything. You can hit 100 on their Baby Buzzwole, spread 20s on everything. So now you've got 120 damage Buzzwole, and you've already taken 1 prize on a Slugma or a Trubbish or a Sneasel. And then on that 3rd turn, because they still can't kill a Volk Prism Star unless they high roll Beast Energy and Diancie, then you can go for either Jet Geyser, which is any water energy, or Guzma to hit again your favorite target. And then you've dealt with the Buzzwole that was active and has 120 on it, and you've taken another prize off the board, which is probably another Trubbish, or again the Slugma or the Oranguru. One of those things you'll take out. So you're attacking their engine really early to make them draw crummy, or just take away their threats, whilst also skipping over Sledgehammer turn. So it takes them 3 hits to deal with the Volk. And then you're like, from there, it's impossible to lose. Like, it really is impossible to lose. You can attack with a Rangaroo, you can attack with your Quagsires from then on, and you just have to announce attacks 3 times, and you've won. Serial Murderer, how's it going? Like, it literally would take them to be able to power up 3 Garbodors / Weavils in a row, whilst also hitting Guzmas on Laprases that you benched because you were stupid to lose at that point. And it's impossible for them to do that anyway, because you've dealt with their Magcargo Guru engine. So I think as long as you don't prize Volk Prism Star, it's fine.
Did you prize it much this weekend? Oh my god.
I prized it 3 times.
Mine lived in my prizes.
The worst match I had was I prized Volk Prism Star against Heracross Lurantis Hustle Belt.
Yeah.
That was the saddest time I prized it.
I think I prized it twice against 3 times against Zoroark. Out of the 5 games I played against Zoroark.
Rush 93
No, I
asking
prized
no
it 4 out of
Crash
7.
Awake. No Crash Awake because a lot of the time you just want to see those energies, so your hand's already excellent if you have 2 water energies in it. Funnily enough, 11 has felt like a lot of the time you just always want to see them more and more. Like, it becomes, on turn like 5, 6, 7, they become useless and you're just attaching them to thin your hand. But
They're so important.
turn 1, 2,
game.
3, you want to have attachment and bin, Jet Geyser options, all the things. So if you have a hand, like honestly, if you have 2 water energy and Crash Awake in your hand, you're probably going, okay, Crash Awake these 2 waters. I'll grab these 2 waters. Like, it's honestly, that's what it feels like. It's so stupid. And plus it's a one-of that I don't really feel is going to be worthwhile over a Lily. Would Max Potion not be good in here? No way to search it out, but combos well with a Quagsire Guzma whenever you draw it. It really does, but as you said, we are a combo deck. We have to care first and foremost about getting Quagsire into play turn 2, whilst getting a Water in the Bin and an Aqua Patch working. So we direct our full attention on getting that combo working. The Max Potion is like such a win more card in my opinion. It'll not help against Shrine because I think that's a good enough matchup anyway, so there's no point in like trying to heal a Lapras and be alive more. You have Switch Raft to push you out of Shrine damage if they're going to try and do some weird math shenanigans on you. And I think if you're going to do that against like a Zoroark deck, Zoroark has enough one-hit KO, Zoro Weavile has enough one-hit KO, Zoropod has one-hit KO against this deck, so I don't think Max Potion's doing anything in any matchup, really, other than, like, that spot where a Zoroark sad face emoji'd and hit 120 on you, and for some reason you don't go for a Kukui play or a Guzma KO play, you know. Have I considered 1 or 2 Nestballs for more consistent Wooper turn 1? I think I'd play just more Woopers. I'd play maybe a 4th Stadium. I'd play 3rd Wooper first. And then possibly 4th Stadium before actual Nestballs, because that's when you can start creeping into trouble with your Garbodor matchup.
Stadium is so cool.
Stadium's just really good. Like, you're opening Lily, you're just crossing your fingers for Stadium, because it's so strong.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, the 3rd Wooper is definitely something I'm considering. Definitely something I'm considering. I don't think it's correct to cut a Stretcher for a 3rd Wooper, even though it helps your outs, because then it means prizing becomes a bigger issue, and a Ranguru getting knocked out is a bigger issue.
Yeah, definitely. I think one thing I've said on is the Stretcher being in here. Stretcher was super important this weekend for me.
Yeah, I liked it.
There were games where, like, I had to Stretcher in like double Wooper Quagsire or Wooper Quagsire or something a lot of the time, just so it's not just a get another Wooper on the board. It's also a bail you out of, you know, horrible acro bikes and stuff.
Yeah, it's really good. And you all have to remember as well, when this deck goes second, as I keep saying, the deck's a combo deck. You have Collect, which really helps you push your combo, because you get to draw 3 more cards. Obviously, we're playing 2 Kukui in the list at the moment for Zoroark. That should be taken as read. So it means that you can still win if you prize Volk Prism Star. Or if they do a Sorola plays and put down like Zerua's later on after Volk gets dealt with. But Volk Prism Star is still such an insane card against Zoroark, it really is.
Mm-hmm. I think it's got a good match against the big 4 aside from Vicaray. I think the other 3 are very, very winnable.
I think Buzzgarb is your only truly good matchup. I think Zoroark decks are all you have the tools to beat. I think you should
like
beat
between 45 and 55.
I think you beat most Zoroark decks going first. I think going second, they can definitely have the tools to beat you. I think Malamar, I think you're slightly favoured. And Vicaray is poor. Yeah. Is Guru needed?
Guru needed. Let me tell you a little story. So we're in top 8 of this tournament, and Joe's against our good friend Luke Kirkham. I believe I'd lost, unfortunately, in top 8 pretty quickly, so I was able to watch the game, and I believe Guru. We started calling Joe and Guru Captain Guzma, because it just loved finding Guzma exactly when Joe needed it. The card is bonkers. Like, it's so good. I'm not gonna like pretend I was always this way. I actually initially cut it.
Embarrassing.
And have since seen the light, because Guru is so insane.
I'm not gonna lie, Guru hard carried top 4 and top 8.
Yeah.
Hard carried. Just completely hard carried.
So well.
Yeah.
I must admit, like I say, I did initially cut it, and I didn't regret it at the time, because I didn't realise not what I was missing, but I didn't realize what it could do. And in some matchups, yeah, you will draw into completely dead cards, but it will win you games. It 100% will win you games.
It's incredible. Like, it's even if you draw into dead cards, it doesn't matter because you've not top decked those two cards in a row, and you have a chance to top deck a better card next turn.
The
Yeah,
other thing with this deck is like looking at the deck. There are a lot of insta play cards. You can burn the switch drafts. You can burn the acrobikes. You're playing patches instantly. The most clunky cards are the supporters,
yeah,
and you want to find Guzmas, so they're not clunky. You want to use Lilies in the early turn, so they're not clunky. The more clunky cards are Cynthia and Kukui, and there's only 6 of them.
yeah.
So there's like a lot of this deck is actually insta play anyway, even though it doesn't look like it. Like there were times this weekend where I burnt double switch draft, or I think I didn't play double switch draft, I played switch, but I burnt double switching card into instruct into game. It like there's so much insta play.
Yeah.
You can lower your hand pretty small, and in the late game as well, because there's so much item focus in the early game and then energy on the board in the late game. Your deck is super thin as well.
Yeah, it naturally thins itself because of the amount of insta play. Obviously, Aqua Patches aren't live, but you have Jet Geyser to activate your water energies, and you have Acrobike and Ultra Ball. So you have a lot of
Yeah.
activation for those. They become live real quick. They actually don't get live if you put enough EXP shares on your board early, but you have to still play 4 because you can lose the game if you again get hit by blower at the wrong time. But at the same time, you also need to attach those like by turn 2 when you're going for a swing. You want to have at least 1 EXP share down on your board, so you want to maximize those. Would I consider Tate and Liza? That was in my initial list as well. It was a clunky card that made the Guru a lot worse. And it also has a real bad feeling either doing a shuffle for 5, which is a weak outcome, or doing a supporter switch, which is a weak outcome. So it ended up getting cut. Is Lele needed? You just started Lele and lost against Shrine. Lele is 100% needed. It's Lele. I don't think you should ever lose Shrine. Honestly, I collected 3 times on Lapras until it died and still won by 2 prize cards. I think as long as you play correctly, it doesn't matter leading a GX in that matchup. Theoretical point, but you think the deck seems more like Quagsire Box? I mean, you always use Volt Prism and you always use Lapras, but that's really about it. You can call it Quagsire Box if you want to, but I guess you'd call it. I mean, I just want to call it Lapras Quag because I love Lapras. So let him in. I'd call it Quagsire Box if I was going to play like Shining Volcanion, Palkia, Articuno, those sorts of cards.
Like we say, it's worth mentioning that there was someone playing that this weekend as well.
A non-GX build, yeah.
Yeah, non-GX, which looks like it's another way of building the deck. I think it is worse, but it is like Lapras is one of those cards where you could not Lapras, sorry, Quagsire is one of those cards where you really could build a box around it. Like it's just the fact we have Aqua Patch in format. It just turns out that Lapras GX is, the best attacker for it. But it is definitely a boxy card, I think. Would you attack with versus Shrine? You attack with not Shining Volcanion, Volt Prism Star. 160 HP is really difficult to deal with on a non-GX. And you can make plays so that you can dodge the 4 prize turn, which is one of their big ways of being able to knock out a a Volt quickly. Plus, you can also take multiple prizes in a turn and set up a lot of damage to make your late game so much easier.
So good. No, that hand was nectar. Oh well. Oh, he's got grass sleeves. Uh-oh. You've encountered a problem.
No. We weren't ready for the grass sleeves.
Not ready
the
for
grass
this.
sleeves.
It's fine. It's a baby Buzzwell. We got it.
Ha! He thought he baited us.
The new mana feed that can heal. We've already discussed that card and um, I think if I wanted to beat things like Lugia, Malamar, I would prefer to play Lana and Palpad. Excuse me. Got rid of a shrine. We can win the war now. Well, get out of here. Yes. We priced double whoops. Oh no. Okay. This is going to be a challenge, huh? It's going to be an absolute league challenge.
League challenge.
It's actually not that big a deal because we attacked with the Volk for so long. It shouldn't be huge. It shouldn't actually be that big a deal, guys. It's fine. I've won games whilst prizing double whoops before. I won one of my top 8 games prizing double whoops. Only one attachment is really sad. We'll have to collect this.
I wonder if Luke knows that.
Yeah, he knew. It was my first search. It's obvious.
Oh, that's right, because he said you pulled a face.
Yeah. Oh crumbs.
Oh crumbs face. The infamous. Oh crumbs. Uh-oh. Great Ball, don't find him Weavile. No! Great Ball found him Weavile. That is an old crumb.
He can get the free Diancie out. Archie Quag. Oh, he didn't go for Diancie.
I said this the other day, didn't I? I was like, wait. You can Quag with Archie and expanded.
Yep. Who needs Blastoise when he can have Quag?
Quagums.
Quagums.
All aboard the Quagmobile.
Joe's a blue stuff elitist. Excellent. What would that Buzzwole deck do now if you could heal 40 a turn? I mean, that would be pretty nuts. You're not wrong. Ooh, Switchcraft. Nice card. Okay. Oh, that's not water energy. We don't need Ultra Ball this game, right? Because there's no reason for us to... We don't need to search anything. We don't want to pull out our Laprases. And we can't get Whoopums. Let's check guys of this. Get out of my way.
Get out of my way.
There's a debate there to just going for a Kukui Collect, but I want to see more cards. Definitely want to get an attachment this turn. That's a very good outcome for us. We can actually begin our onslaught now. And we have the monkey back up. Incredible. So how many items have we used? This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. No, 6 items. Which is still out of Kukui range. I actually want to take no target here. Get a little heal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is still out of Kukui range for this. And they typically don't play any... Or they play like one switch card, right? So it's still going to be hard for him to do it without any sign of... sign of thingies. Do I want to put a Lapras down to start? I really wouldn't want to start attaching to this one anymore because it's already heavily damaged. So I think I will have to do this. I'm fairly happy to do this only because we have no access to the Quagsire, which is typically our backup attacker. Fun fact, Duranga is actually a good attacker in this deck as well, once you've done the Sauna Blasting to set things up on the bench. Fun fact. He needs Field Blower, Switch, Rainbow Garb. Yeah, that's a lot to ask for. He's more likely going to Baby Buzz Guzma, I guess. Or Garb Guzma. Garb Guzma's still off, though. I imagine this is an energy card, and he's debating whether to attach Pre-Instruct or not to give himself better odds. He's going to get another Buzz down. Oh, he actually has Blower. Crumbs. This would be the most insane Instruct if he got Switch Rainbow. That would be pretty poggers. Just a pass. Okay, we got around that, at least. Giving us Monkey. Wow. That's really interesting. Okay. I actually did not see that as his choice. I didn't think that would ever be his choice.
That's a free prize right there.
And it stops half of his engine, which is insane.
That means we might be getting a Wooper this turn. Woopums. Captain Guzma reporting for duty. You see the two Guzmas in Joe's hand? He had them permanently super glued to his palms this weekend.
This is actually really rough. He was happy to sack the Guru, so we must know his hand is good, right? I think it might actually be best here to Guzma KO Garb and pay retreat on Lapras. We can actually lose the game by doing it, but I think it's our best line. It's super risky. Fun fact, if we had Quagsire, this game is the freest game of my life. Oh, well. If we had had access to Quagsire, it means we could have attached the Lele as well and been fine. Whatever. He promoted Baby Buzz, which is really good news for us. You can still pay retreat on this, though, I guess. 3 Aqua Patch gone. It was such a greedy play. Oh, no. Okay, he went to deck. That's good for us. Yep, now we just win. Yep. Wipe your hands of that. It's over, mate. That's an embarrassing turn. You know what I said when they just have nothing that they can do? Goodbye. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Captain Guzma's back.
You seem to play the card game competitively IRL. You're going to start to, and you've got a silly question. Is it allowed to switch the deck and discard pile on the playmat on a competitive level? You mean almost like in Yu-Gi-Oh, where they have the discard pile on top and the deck on the bottom? That's completely fine. That's embarrassing, mate. You've absolutely had it here. Bye! So you know when we said that was a free matchup, I wasn't lying to you guys. I wasn't lying. There you go. Oh, it feels good. Play one Manaphy and test it. I'm not against testing it. But it's a space, you know. There's a lot of things I want with one space. That's one less switch. Like, the one switch raft, I think, is a flex spot. Oh, I haven't... Oh my god, this hand is so good! This hand is amazing! Oh my god. Honestly, with my, like, 30 or so games of testing this deck, I haven't lost a single game where I led Volk Prism. It just doesn't happen. You just don't lose. Look at this hand! Oh, it's against Zoroark as well. It's absolutely poggers. This is ridiculous.
This to go wrong, you need double Wooper, double Quagsire prized.
Oh my god. Poggers champ. Chelsky, how's it going? What does Quagmire do? Quagsire allows you to move all, or as many energy as you like to your active Pokemon. As many water energy. Oh, you crumb! You absolute crumb. How dare you? Ah, it's still fine. Ooh, we want both these cards. They're both not insta plays as well. Aqua Patch is faster. Gets us into our attack. We got a whoops, boys. Whoopums. Okay. We obviously don't Aqua Patch because he can just go Zoro Guzma. Let's see if Let Loose crumbed him over. Because typically Zoroark decks draw way worse off of Judge than any other deck. But he has Ultra Ball, so he's fine. Do I still have Dragon Quest 9? Think of bringing it to Frankfurt? Oh my god. Yes, yes, yes. I can bring my DS. Is he just gonna grab Guzma here? No, he's gonna keep drawing cards. Doesn't respect the Wooper. Embarrassing. Although our hand is trash. Can't believe we got let loose out of the dream. Feels so bad. If you start Lapras, it's fine to get let loose as well, because you can just collect your way out of it. So it's the one situation when Evolk Prism is your worst lead. Like every other time, you prefer seeing him active. And even if our Lily just wasn't bad. Why are the frames so bad? Because my PC sucks.
It's on the way.
Right, come on. Draw a card that does a thing. Nectar! Da-da-da-da-da-da. It's all going to be okay. It's all going to be okay.
Hey, Pedro, welcome.
How's it going, Pedro? We need to take a prize because we want to draw cards because our hand is terrible. And we don't really want him to have a sluggy. Sluggums. Well, that's not the card we wanted to draw. That Let Loose was so clown. That's a lot of damage. It is. But now we need to hit 3 aqua patches.
As many as.
I think we lost just off the one Let Loose. Like I said, Zorite decks, feel free if you go first. Feel like you can easily lose going second. Especially after Let Loose. I actually think we were completely fine if we didn't get Let Loose. The hand would have been insane. Yeah, there you go. It is what it is. And you can't collect out of Let Loose. Bad things are going to happen to you. Only need 2 aqua patches, Winky Face. You're right.
Oh, thanks, Pedro. It was a lot of fun. It's the most fun I've had playing Pokemon in a long time, actually.
Playing as Mark. Greetings.
Oh, yes.
Hello.
He's got water types as well. Is this the mirror?
Please tell me he's picking up and reading my Quagsire, please.
Oh, I think I won that battle, didn't I, Joe?
What?
The pick up and read battle.
Yeah.
Little victories.
Oh, is Mark playing Warlord Mill? Please. Please be playing Warlord Mill, Mark.
Is Mark playing this weekend?
I don't know. Oh
Tim,
my god, he's
you know?
playing something. He's playing Alolan Ninetales with Slush Rush. Well,
Is he streaming? Hello?
with
He's not streaming.
Brokey. Oh my god. What's going on here? Guys? Guys, what's going on here? Anyone want to fill me in?
Oh, a friend is using his account.
Oh. Well, I'm less
That's
worried.
less fun. Not only am I less worried, that's less fun. That's way less fun.
Boo, less fun. Ninetales Greninja with Slush Rush.
Tell me what's wrong with it. I'm waiting.
Tell me one thing that's wrong with it. Go on, I dare you.
Oh, you can't.
We can still pretend it's Mark. Good shout. Good shout.
Oh, come on, as if I missed 3 choice band. Oh, no. Wait a minute. I didn't miss 3 choice band.
Gotta collect them all. Collect them all. Ba-na-na.
Hogman?
We got Aqua Patch, boys. It's over. More Frogums. He's got the Slush Rush in effect. Inside the
Draw engine.
place.
He's got the draw engine.
Yeah. Into Beacon straight away. No remorse. Look at this. This is disgusting. Oh my god. Oh my god. Give me one of your finest Quagsires, please. Hello. That'll be another water energy in the discard, will it? Yeah. Cheers. Patch. Attach. Guzma. Wash out. Don't think there's any reason to not get another Lapras down. Actually, having the Lele option is still good. Yeah, we can hold it. Don't think we need it. So now we're setting up Ninetales for being knocked out and the Sandslash for being knocked out. Whilst taking a prize. It's like facing a Zoroark deck. Just grazing on the retirement farm. Feels bad. Failed the Brooklet. Interesting. Hashtag value. They decided to Frogadier before Slush Rush, which is interesting. Here's Ninetales. Cynthia. Oh, maybe that's why. See if they hit DCE. They're going to Slush Rush. Let's get on our bicycle. Let's continue to ride our bicycle. Oh, Choice Band's also really good. Don't want to get rid of too many of these. I want to have the option. But if we gust this turn, put the Ninetales on 40, we can Kukui to finish it off with the Lapras. So should be okay. We can Quagsire KO here. Something. If I want to. I could Ice Beam GX something if I want to. Still no attachments from him is really weird. Yeah, I think we just Guzma and... I think it's better... We don't really want to pay retreat on the Volk. It's probably too risky for us. Sorry, Guzma and pay retreat and attack with the Volk. We probably just want to Guzma the Frogadier and go for a GX attack here. Because we only have one EXP share established at the moment, so we're still fragile to... If the Volk can get knocked out, which isn't going to be easy for him, but there was no point in us just hitting Sauna Blast active because then it gives him the GX attack. We don't want him to have that GX attack, to be honest. In many spots, I would Ultra Ball here and try and find the Monkey and start drawing more cards, but we want this Kukui, I think. Actually, we don't want the Kukui because we need to hit Choice Band. Okay, yeah, let's get the Monkey. Let's get drawing cards. Broken. Drawing cards is good, right?
Draw.
We can draw into more Aqua Patches and more EXP shares and more supporters. All good things. Choice Band is a really good thing. That's exactly what we wanted. Broken. Getting the bike back out, poggers! Banana Master is in session, doing the stuff and the things and the stuff again.
So this is a bad matchup against Roy. Did you ever try Palkia GX?
Yes.
We did. Unfortunately, like the theory is so good for Palkia GX, but I think the games you get it off, you 100% win. But the amount of games we got it off in testing, it wasn't worth the slot. The matchup is winnable. It's just so hard, but it's winnable. They have to get pretty unlucky, but like it's if you start it, you lose. If you can't get the ideal turn with it, you still sometimes lose. If you get the ideal turn with it, you can't lose. But I think in general, it's not worth the space. Plus, the other thing is they're a stage 2 deck, and whilst they do have Tempest, they are still a stage 2 deck. And if you can kill that, like even killing their lone Grubbin can sometimes not be good enough, but buy you enough turns to build a board to at least present a threat. Mm-hmm. They can't power up a Delmise in a turn if they don't have a what do you call it? If they don't have a Vikavolt. So Delmises are a lot less threatening if they don't have a Vikavolt. So you just have to like go hyper aggressive on making sure they can only get one Grubbin or one Vikavolt down, and then being able to take that out. I won a Vikabulu this weekend, which is.
I still just love hearing that out loud.
The matchups, like I'm not sure which one's worse because Vikaray is more consistent because they have Tempest, but Vikabulu doesn't require a discard. So if you can't knock out a Bulu, it's taking 4 prizes.
Yep.
But yeah, it literally like if they get one Grubbin down, you have to go all out on killing that Grubbin. I think one of the games I had to actively threaten losing my only Quagsire just to kill a Grubbin because I knew if I killed the Grubbin and it stuck, I won the game. So yeah, it's winnable. And Palkia I was so ready to play Palkia, but 5 energy is still a lot of energy, even with a deck like this. And you need to have Palkia plus Guzma in the same turn before before using a supporter. And also you can't Brooklet it because you should be playing the Dragon one because the grass one, the water one is grass weak, meaning that you kind of, one, if you start with it, you're even in an even worse position. But 2, you also like it can get respond KO'd so much easier and so much earlier in the game. The other thing worth noting is the whole Palkia GX trick is cool, and it's kind of similar to just killing hoping they only get one Grubbin, and sometimes there's nothing they can do about it. But I think the Palkia GX trick only works once. So you have to do it game 1, win game 1, and hope they can't win 2 more games. Finny was another card I thought about, but the 120 snipe, when you're just blowing up the active, the 120 snipe isn't that good. You need to get like at least 2, maybe 3 Volk spreads off before a 120 snipe is doing anything. You're not too bothered about discarding the energies because I feel like Finny is a late game finisher, so you're probably not that bothered. But a 120 snipe is just not good with a format full of 210 HP Pokemon. You need to have either like hit a Zoroark early, or maybe I guess you could technically play it like if you're playing Shining Volk, you can do a 50 snipe into a 120 snipe, but even then that sounds super convoluted just for killing a Lele when Guzma does the exact same thing. But hopefully you can see from what we're saying now about how versatile Quagsire could be. Well, not could be, is. You can definitely build a water box around it. Me and Joe decided that the best water box was just playing Palkias, but like we say, we already...
Lapras. Not Palkia.
Just playing Lapras, sorry. Hold on, don't play Palkias. you can already see, well, like we already mentioned how someone was playing baby Lapras this weekend, and I think he top 16 with it.
Yeah.
Um, and he was just playing. His was like pretty much Dragon Majesty box. He was just playing the water stuff in Dragon Majesty.
Yeah.
But they're so like because of the sheer volume of water Pokemon, you can actually have cards that you just don't know will exist in the game, and you can do such cool stuff with it.
I mean, this deck is literally just an enabler for using Aqua Patch and Volt Prism. Like, that's all this deck is. Those cards are so above the power level that you just try and make this, just make anything work with it because it's so worthwhile. Right?
Yeah, it's really good, and it's a lot of
Poggers.
fun. Like I say, it's I haven't been enjoying the game too much recently, but this, oh my god, I haven't been enjoying the game too much recently, but this is without a doubt the most enjoyable deck I played in at least this format, if not the past maybe two formats.
A masked man just
Maybe
got
Lapras
me.
finished 16th. There you go. All three of the Laprases finished top 16 of that tournament. One top 8 one won. All three of the Quagsires. Sorry.
Yeah, please, Jack.
Don't take it. Don't take it away from little Quagums. Was that a Master Royale? It wasn't Master Royale. Oh, I feel so ill. I need some water. I really hope this goes before Frankfurt. Otherwise, I'm going to be stroppy all weekend about feeling rough.
I actually don't want to take Quagsire here because we can Rain Splash for a KO. You heard me. Uh,
Good attack. 2 for 20, efficient.
if we don't draw Guzma off these two. Damn it, monkey. You're meant to just have the Guzma. Just have it.
Captain. How many left?
One.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Shiny Volt can soften the Zoro matchup. That's true. Like all of these things we have thought about. I think I know Joe tested Shiny Volt a little bit more. For me personally, I didn't pull the trigger on Shiny Volt, one because we didn't have any, but two because I literally hadn't played a single game with it. Not that I think the card is crazy difficult to play, but I was familiar with 59 of the 60 I was playing.
Get done in by the whoops.
Splash'ems.
Yeah, Shining Volt's a really nice card. It also makes it even easier to play around the full price Sledgehammer turns. Really cool. I think this is the only way he got around dying this turn. That's pretty clever. Literally the only way he got around dying exactly this turn. Interesting.
This kid knows.
He's clearly seen Quagsire before.
Quagums.
Let's have a scout of this quickly. There's no reason to not pull this out. Yeah, I can definitely see Shining Vault going into the list. Actually didn't have any IRL. Tested it a bit online. Didn't really want to make the cut of a switch raft for it. But I could see it happening. Is the evil Delibird drawing gonna be the second Twitch emote? Possibly. Maybe I need to draw a Quagsire.
Ha! Maybe James needs to. James is our resident artist.
Yeah.
John, no, little secret. He told me today he's considering going to a cup next weekend.
Oh my god.
I knew he couldn't quit.
We got him!
I knew he was all talk.
Is Quagsire rare? No, it's just an uncommon from Dragon Majesty.
And yet somehow it's the best card in the set.
We did rate it only 1 star. Which was maybe a... It's not quite as bad as Weavile, but...
I thought we rated it 2-star.
No, we rated it 1. Which on reflection looks harsh. But honestly, we hadn't thought... Like, literally, in that video, I thought of pairing it with Lapras and EXP shares. And I was like, oh my god. That's literally what happened. We don't have our Kukui left, do we? They've both been burnt. Yeah, so he's kept himself alive for another turn. Has he? Let me check. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So the Quagsire's even doing 19 as well. Just have to check the Quag math. So we do a quick little switch, boy. And do we do a Lele Smack or do we... No, the Lapras Smacks are still...
That's accurate and as trustworthy as the IGN rating system. Settle down.
Embarrassing.
We've had 2 mistakes.
No, we've had more mistakes. But it's always...
Have we? We've had 2 major mistakes.
Well, Metagross we only rated 1 star as well.
That yes, but it took a while for that to be good, to be fair.
To be fair to us. Correct.
Please. It did take a long time for people to start playing that card. Speaking of which, I am losing to it now.
Embarrassing.
1-star card.
You're going to go to a cup whilst everyone's in Frankfurt. Genius. Whipping out the Zoroarks. Excellent news. Stevens is a 5-star card. We didn't say that. Pretty sure we never said that.
We definitely didn't say that.
Wasn't Leafeon like a 3-star? I think everyone was excited in Leafeon though. That wasn't an Omnipoke thing. That was an everyone thing.
Leafeon was a 4-star.
Plus, it's going to come true when Sceptile comes out. Sceptile GX. Because Leafeoning into a bunch of Groviles, it's actually amazing.
Maybe we're not the most accurate, okay, but don't ever take that away from us. What am I saying?
Hey, he's finding the way to win here. It really sucks. Been playing around the playing around the Wooper was really good from him.
Did Mark? No one else would do that. It's got to be
7,
Mark.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, we can still only reach 19 if we pay retreat here. So, man, we can definitely lose. We have to hit this to make him run away, but all he needs to do is evolve this into another one and promote that. do more pinging, which is scary times.
50% of the time we're right every time. Exactly.
I mean, we're just trying our best, right? It's hard to be right on everything. We're not trying to misinform. There's no reason to do that. We try our bestest. And that's hopefully why the community ratings is a thing as well now, to give you other opinions. Called your Oshawott Kimosabe. Amazing. Oh, this is just not good, is it? It was the Mask Royale. The Mask Royale got us into such problems, because I was like, ugh, we've used a lot of Guzmas, but we have Jet Geyser anyway. It was that big old masked man that got us. By the way, what the hell is this engine? Absolutely broken. This is the real list. Right here.
Let me look at these other lists.
Omni Scam. Come on. Plus.
So sad. I feel like we're. I feel like we used. I don't know. I don't know.
I tried so hard.
It is what it is. If you guys, if you know, we put what we believe the cards are. Sometimes they're wrong.
Hazums. In your pop. I think he got us.
The Master Royale takes another victim, which we value as 1 star. We rated the Ultra Prism 1 star because we thought people would be able to play around it. And to a certain extent you can, but when Zoroark's just been absolutely taking value all game on you, sometimes you just can't.
We got mugged off, boys.
Muggins.
I was here trying to showcase my cool deck, and he just came up with an even cooler one. Classic Mark. His friend. Classic Sophocles engine.
Very typical Mark's friend.
That does sound like Mark himself, to be honest.
There's one thing I know. Is Mark loves the Sophocles engine.
Yeah.
I've had my deck vetted for I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready.
We lose to a Frogadier DC. This can also make us lose in a different way.
At pace.
Oh no, we don't lose to Guzma. We don't lose to that, but we can lose to just water energy now. And if it's to the active. Yep, well played. Just runs away.
Slushums.
We just got creamed. Cream of Doljavar. Why did I not attach the XP share? Why did I not attach that EXP share? That was super weird. I mean, we can't win anyway. Let me check if I could have... No, we still don't have a Kikuyu, right? So yeah, we couldn't win anyway. What a messy game. Feels bad. Too much hit points. All that running away. So annoying. That was so weird. I thought that was a lock. Master Royale came out of nowhere. Literally no one will play around that ever. I don't think. In a game 1 scenario. Especially when it's a deck like that anyway. You don't know what counts of anything is anything. I would only expect Aqua Patch in a deck like that. I wouldn't ever expect a Master Royale.
Incredible.
Insane. Going first with a good hand though. Feels good. Oh, against Magnezone with a Beast Energy. Duskmane Mag. Oh, Poggers, 2 Water Energies. Oh my god, this hand is just the best. Oh, yes, 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 yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, 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 yes. Holy. Monkey. Roll me a couple cards first, Mr. Instructamon. That's a good one. Master Royale, Quagsire, Swampert. Oh my god, Swampert, Quag. Yes, 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 yes. Forget this Swampert Empoleon business. Why play 2 stage 2s when you can play 1 stage 2, am I right? Oh my god, this is just broken. Remember when Joe was playing Zoroark? That was before everyone was so excited about Lapras. I feel like we got to give it a moment in the sunlight. So our priority this turn is getting more Aqua Patches and EXP shares down. Kukui doesn't help us in this matchup. So we get rid of those. Get Quagums. Get the attach. We're always going to take the knockout this turn. Try and hit some stuff off the Cynthia, Aqua Patches and the like. Well, there's an EXP share, which is really good. Also an Ultra Ball and a Choice Band is really good. I think getting Stadium off this Aqua Bike is the best outcome here. Oh my god. Just saying it comes true, boys.
Captain Brooklet. Reporting for duty. Sucks that it was a stretcher though. Sucks that it was with stretcher in the acro bike.
That's fine.
I mean, it's fine, but I never liked discarding stretcher this weekend.
We didn't prize any Quagsire pieces. And this game is attacking 3 times, so don't think it's a problem. Ah, he too plays on Oranguru. He's also a man of culture. Oh, he plays the lady. He's a ladies' man.
Stop. Oh, what a night.
Exactly. And we just promote this to do bop number 2. Check there are the choice banders in here. It is in here. Of course it is.
Oh yes, it's ladies' night.
Oh, we want to Lele and draw a bunch of cards this turn because we want to again try and establish Aqua Patches and try and get ourselves the last choice band to set up our win con. Do I want to keep Guzma around or just want to freshen up completely? I think a fresh 6 is better. That's a really bad hand. We can theoretically lose now. Theoretically. He has an Oranguru on board, so we can definitely lose. Our Hydro Pump is doing only 120 if this goes down with this, so I'd have to hit Kukui to 140. Have to hit some more Aqua Patch. Like, we've only hit 1 Aqua Patch, which kind of sucks. We could go for Ice Beam GX, what punishes us. If in his 3-card hand he has access to enough energy cards to retreat with a Guzma effect or have a switch effect. I think Ice Beam is actually our safest play here. Just going smack a bunch could lose us the game. I think with a 3-card hand, it's the safest that he... like, he'd have to have, even in a 4-card hand, Guzma and 2 energy cards. So I think we'll go for the Ice Beam play. It's too insecure that we hit our last choice band of 14 cards when Kukui is our only option. Let's try and crumb him out. This way we get to attach more energy cards so Quagsire can be the finisher. He does have Guzma. Does he have 2 attachments in hand as well? Stadium? That could be really unfortunate for us. No, not even Stadium. He has to have 2 energies. A Choice Band. He has Instruct. 1 Instruct. Yeah, okay, good. Good. Oh, there's Aqua Patch. Okay, so now we just win. So we do this. Attach here. Attach here. Guzma, well, we have Choice Band. Got him. Guaranteed game. Sean just on an absolute mad one on his own there. Yep, run and hide. For what it's worth. Do you really think Captain Guzma doesn't have Guzma in hand? You grossly misunderestimate Captain Guzma. More magnets, sure. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 200 damage, Quagsire. If he lets me click 5 times before quitting. Take your bets. 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 Oh, he's actually letting us get 2. There we go. It took him that long to read the Quagsire attack. I think. He just had to pick up and read it real quick. How the heck did I win a cut with this deck? It's a good deck. Good deck, man. Wash them out. Wash out the competition. Hit 200 damage with Quagsires. Pretty good. I don't know where Jack's gone. Jack, are you still here?
Yeah, I just got to reblock notes, so I'm just
Alright, okay.
muting and unmuting.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just going to sign out now.
Oh. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Is that the idea?
10 past 11.
Is that the idea?
10
Is
past
it
the
a
pointer.
goodbye moment?
Yeah.
Oh, goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.
There you go.
What more do you want? Nah. Thank you, everyone, for listening to us ramble about some cards for potentially too long.
Definitely a fun deck. Avoid Vika Ray. How does this beat Shrine decks? It's so weird that everyone sees this and doesn't think Shrine is our best matchup by far.
It's because, yeah, I think it's just because it's Lapras Quagsire, so people are like, oh, it's a GX deck, so
Yeah.
I'm not there.
But we have 4 non-GX attackers, one of which is Volt Prism, which takes 3 prizes on his own, which then sets up Orangaroo to KO everything as well, because you've done so much Sauna Blast spreading, and Quagsire always KO stuff as well. And you think, oh, everything has 3 energy attack cost, but you have 4 EXP shares to use and 4 Aqua Patches and attachments every turn. So you never run out of attackers against them, and they run out of steam way quicker than you do. Like, way quicker. I prized 2 Wooper, and we still managed to beat one today. Even with the Lapras on the board, it didn't matter.
Yeah, there's been games where like I've not played down the XP share and won. I've prized to Lapras and won. I've actively done something. Like I was playing a game with PCGO a little while ago. I actively misclicked. I Volk Prism starred the wrong Pokemon. It was the ideal Pokemon in the active. Decided to get rid of that. Why would I need that in the active? Still won. This deck is better than it looks.
Yeah.
Trust us.
If it just had space put in a Pyro. There's a lot that goes in before a Pyro, I can tell you that much. If Regirock promo was in the format, maybe. If there was a water Regirock, maybe.
Oh my god.
Colin Man 11,
You can
thanks
Brooklet
so much
it.
for following.
You can Brooklet it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
You
need
can
to be
Brooklet
water.
it. Yeah. I guess you just Aquabatch for anything anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Poggers. Expanded. Here we go. Elixir and EXP share your Regirock. Have fun, lads.
Here we
Right,
go,
that's enough.
Go. Right, yes.
Cheers for looking at this crazy deck and go back to playing the best stuff.
Thanks for making this our most watched stream in about 3 months as well.
Incredible. We got to play more memes at cups. Cheers, guys.